They say power can buy anything: land, armies, even loyalty. But there's one thing even kings fear: a curse you can't see, a shadow you can't outrun. And our story begins with a gem so beautiful it seemed alive, and so dangerous it left a trail of ruin behind everyone who touched it. This is the story of the Hope Diamond, and the king who believed he could control it, Louis XIV of France, the Sun King himself. Imagine Paris in the late 1600s, the palace glittering with chandeliers, courtiers moving like golden ghosts. And in the center of it all, Louis XIV, the man who claimed the entire French state, was embodied in one sentence: "I am the state." So when a massive blue diamond arrived in France, pulled from the mines of Golconda in India, it seemed only natural that Louis should own it. But this wasn't just any diamond. It glowed with an eerie, impossible blue, a color no natural gem had ever shown so vividly. Some said it looked like a piece of the night sky, frozen, solid. Others said it looked like a drop of the ocean stolen from the gods. It entered France through a merchant named Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, and already whispers haunted it. They said the diamond had once been mounted in the forehead of a Hindu deity, and stealing it angered the gods themselves. They said anyone who took it would lose more than wealth. They'd lose their world. But Louis XIV didn't believe in curses. He believed in spectacle. He had the diamond cut into a stunning, asymmetrical blue gem that became known as the French blue, one of the most breathtaking jewels Europe had ever seen. He wore it during grand ceremonies and ordered it locked away as part of the royal treasury. Courtiers bowed to it as if it possessed a life of its own. But slowly, the curse began its work. Tavernier, the man who sold the diamond, lost his fortune and died in exile. Louis XIV himself, once the most powerful man in Europe, saw France dragged into ruin, war, famine, and losses that drained the wealth he'd spent decades building. His health failed, his empire cracked, his dynasty began to crumble, but the diamond stayed. Then came Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, who inherited the cursed jewel. We all know how their story ended: the mobs, the fury, the guillotine. Both the king and queen were executed, and the French crown collapsed into chaos. As rioters stormed the palace, the diamond vanished, stolen in the revolution, slipping into the shadows like a spirit returning to the night. Decades later, the cursed jewel resurfaced in London, recut, renamed, and now known as the Hope Diamond. Its new owner, Henry Philip Hope, died bankrupt. His heirs fought viciously over the gem until their family shattered. Later owners fled disasters, suffered scandals, and died suddenly. One owner allegedly took his own life. Another lost his wealth and sanity. A Turkish sultan who owned it briefly saw multiple members of his household die in rapid succession. The diamond's curse seemed patient, almost intelligent. It didn't strike quickly. It waited. Finally, in the 20th century, the Hope Diamond ended up with socialite Evelyn Walsh McLean. She adored it, wore it to parties, let her dog play with it, showed it off like a trophy. But then her son died in a car crash. Her husband abandoned her. Her daughter overdosed. Her fortune collapsed. Eventually, the diamond was purchased by jeweler Harry Winston, who, after hearing the trail of tragedy, mailed it, yes, mailed it, in a plain brown envelope to the Smithsonian to be rid of it forever. And there it sits today, glittering behind thick glass, mesmerizing millions. Still beautiful, still deadly in its legend. So what about the king at the center of our story? Louis XIV believed he could command the sun, command destiny, command the world. But even a king cannot command a curse. The French blue did not just decorate his reign. It foreshadowed its fall. And that's the strange, eerie truth about power. You can build a palace, control a kingdom, reshape a continent, but one beautifully cut stone can still undo everything. If you enjoyed this dark journey through royal history, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more twisted stories about the world's most powerful leaders and the secrets they tried to hide.